Hey, what's up? I'm back playing some more Greedfall. I took a couple days break because I had to work overtime at my real job the last 3 days. So I didn't feel like doing any streaming once I got home. But now I'm back, ready to play some Greedfall. And maybe we'll see where we go. I also want to I want to play the Watch Dogs games because Legion comes out in like a week. So I'm thinking this is the last Spiders game until, you know, their next one comes out. I think next year. Watch Dogs 1 is like an 8-hour game, 2 is a longer game. And then I can do Uplay Plus for $20 and play Watch Dogs Legion. And I think that's a decent a decent spot to be in. So let's see. What exactly were we doing last time? Okay. So I know that there is this, right? Yeah, so we could go and talk to Sior's sister. And maybe have her team up with us so we can beat up the religious fanatics. Oh, wrong way. But yeah, I have pretty much all day today and tomorrow to play Greedfall and whatever else I feel like playing. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna beat this game. Who is my party right now? Sior and Petrus. I think that's a good group. Probably not great for their their companion stuff because they're clashing ideologies, but I think it'll make for more interesting dialogue. Also, I added a whole bunch of music to the you know, to the stream playlist for when I'm starting up. A whole bunch of music from Yakuza 0. Or at least a handful of tracks, and then a bunch of other stuff as well. Some actually other stuff from Olivier Delivier, or whatever his name is, the composer of this soundtrack. I got a song from 2 songs from Of Works and Men, 1 song from Bound by Flame. But yeah, filling out the playlist a little bit.
I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Could you tell me about Siora?
You are right there, and you let him talk about you like this? A seer? That's a strange friend you have there. Perhaps I wanted to hear how you'd reply. Perhaps, but I don't like this. Did you want anything else?
I was wondering what was going to happen there.
Deirdre requested that I ask for your clan's help. She intends to attack a camp of the Ordo Luminous to set free their prisoners.
The Ordo Luminous?
It's the name of the Inquisition. The Red Suns, if you prefer.
The Sol Lasser. I see. What have they done this time?
They're still trying to convert your people by force. Those who do not accept the Enlightened are taken to this camp where they are tortured and killed if they keep resisting. Deirdre needs more warriors for this attack.
The Gaius Rad have been deeply weakened by our defeat against the Lions.
Deirdre told me that you were in her debt.
I am, but she's asking a lot more than what we owe. Our clan might not survive this battle.
By fighting alongside Deirdre, you will strengthen your alliance with her. And if some other settlers were to attack you, she would surely come to your rescue.
And what good would her support be if we're already defeated in this? No.
I see that I will never manage to convince you.
Indeed. And since you want to fight alongside Dedra, I wish you luck. Did you want anything else?
Whoops. Well, I guess that I guess that sucks. Inform the cardinal. I feel like that would not be good. I feel like it is not in my best interest to do that. Where's the... Oh. Why would I do that? Why would I tell them about that? I don't understand why I would do that. I mean, I guess we'll just see what the option is, but I have a hard time believing that this is what I want to do. So maybe we tell her about this, but I don't know what kind of reaction we're trying to get out of her. I guess we're gonna assume that she's gonna say like, oops, that's not good. We didn't want them to do that.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what can I do for you?
I have come to inform you of the existence of a secret camp, created by the Inquisitors of the Ordo Luminous. From what we know, they abduct natives and take them there to torture them and convert them by force. And those who refuse to renounce their faith, despite their suffering, are shot in cold blood.
What? Where did you hear such things?
From the natives themselves, Mother Cardinal. But surely Bishop Domitius will be able to tell us more about it.
This is nothing but a web of lies that those pagan natives invented to harm us, Your Eminence. There's nothing here that could...
Enough, Domitius. If the natives are complaining to the congregation about the exactions of the Inquisition, it is our duty to intervene.
In that case, we should act fast, Your Eminence. Because one of these native clans is getting ready for an assault. They managed to find the camp and are gathering their troops.
I implore you to dissuade them, Your Excellency. It is our duty to fix this situation. I wouldn't want the natives to think that we were letting them suffer without doing anything. Since you seem to know all the details of this matter, will you agree to lead my troops?
You want me to lead the offensive on this bastion of the Inquisition?
Yes. Of course, you would be leading a troop of guards, which I will immediately put at your disposal. Go to the barracks and show this mandate to the quartermaster. He will ensure that you are provided with the men you need. As for me, I pray the Enlightened will guide you in this terrible task. Domitius,
Okay.
if I find out you had anything to do with this, you will pay for it with your life.
Your Eminence, I assure you that this is probably nothing but the actions of a handful of fanatics.
If it is the case, then it would prove your
What's up, Isabella? How you doing? Oh, right, we gotta go to the Coin Tavern. If the creepy man says come closer, don't hesitate, you should definitely not go closer and definitely hesitate. Just such a weird thing to say to somebody when you're trying to sell them stuff. It's the lady just sitting around.
May the enlightened bless you.
Okay, thanks. What am I doing on so early? I have off today. Because sometimes I work weekends, so. Where's this guy? There he is.
And what can I do for you?
Here. The Mother Cardinal gave me this mandate for you to supply me with some troops.
Everything looks perfectly in order. May I ask you what this is about?
Some members of the Ordo Luminous built a camp to convert the natives by force. Her Eminence wishes to put an end to what could lead to a war between Thélème and the natives.
I see. It was high time someone put an end to the dangerous zealousness of these Inquisitors. I will order the men I have here to assemble in the courtyard. Do not worry. I will send you my best. I just need to explain the mission to them, and they'll be on their way. And... Soldiers! The Mother Cardinal is sending you to fight under the orders of His Excellency, de Sade. You will have to put an end to the crimes committed by the Inquisition in a nearby fort. I expect you to obey the orders of His Excellency without question. For Thélème, for the Guard, fight with honor!
Comrades, pack your bags. We're leaving at once.
Fight with honor!
Okay.
For the coin and the enlightened.
Alright. Let's get out of here. Been watching a streamer play the first Tomb Raider game. Took him almost 6 or 7 days worth of streaming. Well, what, how many hours, though? That's the question. Because I'm pretty sure it took me like a week to maybe a little less. I don't know. It took me a well, no, you know what? That's not fair because that was when I wasn't working. So I'm pretty sure I had all the time in the world to to play video games. But he has seen the most viewers he's had while playing Tomb Raider. It's similar to your streams too, right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Tomb Raider has like a strangely built-in fan base of people that only want to watch Tomb Raider, which totally fine. You know what I mean? There's also some types of games I like to watch. You know what I mean? So, but it is interesting to me. So if you dedicate your stream completely to Tomb Raider, you know, you'll get a nice little dedicated following. But, you know, that's if you want to play Tomb Raider forever. Yeah. I like Tomb Raider, and, you know, I get, you know, the one thing about that fandom is that there is a dedicated community of people making, like, TRLEs and stuff like that, so I totally get why people want to do that, but, there are thousands and thousands of other games to be played, so I don't like to stick with one thing.
Yes, let's.
Our men are ready.
I mean, I have a fucking list of 2,000 just for my, just that I've made myself.
Our objective is located beyond this cliff. The Inquisitors are not expecting us. We have the element of surprise. Let's make good use of it.
Understood, Your Excellency. We'll be discreet.
Let's find a vantage point to get a better overview of this fort.
So, this is the place where the Ordo Luminous stain their hands with blood.
May they be struck by the enlightened.
There's no turning back. I hope that you're all ready. Most of their troops seem to be outside, as if they sense we are coming. The prisoners are most likely inside, in some basement perhaps. And it seems as if there are some in the right wing as well.
Most of the fighting will take place outside. The priests are at a disadvantage in confined spaces.
We must strike quickly if we want to make good use of the element of surprise.
What are your orders, Your Excellency?
We are behind the camp where there are fewer guards. Getting inside will prove less troublesome from this side. We will conduct 2 near simultaneous assaults. The first larger group will attack from the front to cause chaos in the enemy ranks. As for me, my companions and I will get inside the building from the back and sneak into the basement. We will set as many prisoners free as we can and use the opportunity to search the building. Once you have eliminated the troops in front of the building, focus on the right wing.
At your orders.
Why would we let them do
Shall
that?
we keep a few men here to catch any potential runners?
Indeed, an excellent suggestion. Are you ready for the assault?
We're ready, Your Excellency.
In that case, conduct the assault as soon as you're in position.
All right. Why wouldn't we help the frontal assault? They're not going to just kill the prisoners because they're too busy getting like beaten up. Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Instead, we're just going to leave these coin guards to get fucking murdered by these priests. But he didn't really play the first Tomb Raider game. Said he will eventually play the other Tomb Raiders, but just to take a break after going through the first. Said it was a tad too dated, and you can tell while playing it. Well, yeah, of course they're dated. But I don't think that matters. I think that if you don't enjoy playing the first one, then you're not gonna really like playing the other classic ones either. I don't think, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. Like, if that's, I'm just saying, like, if that's the way you feel about them, is that they're old and outdated. Because they're all fucking old and outdated. The only ones that aren't are the new ones that are not that good. I wonder... will this other guy react if we kill this dude? Nope. He's looking right at him. I don't think we have any points in... oh. We don't have any points in stealth, so...
Let's hurry and reach the prisoners before the Inquisitors kill them all.
oh shit, so that...
We intervened quickly, thankfully. Let's find the keys to these cells. Wait here for now. We're still fighting outside.
oh, the key was right there. The registry lists the captives who were or are still detained in this camp. There are no names, only short descriptions and an estimation of their age. It also describes the way they were treated and whether they were converted or returned to the light. The latter are by far the most numerous. me just lock myself in here.
May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
What?
Have a nice day, sir.
Excuse me? Okay. Well, what was that? All right. This account book lists all spendings of the Ordo Luminous, including those related to the secret camp, its construction, and its operating cost. I feel like this is very similar to the quests we did for Kurt. Where we had to look into that ghost regiment. Alright, everybody start sneaking.
I think that was the last of the Inquisitors. The fort is safe now.
Really? There was nobody oh, well, I guess... I was gonna say there was nobody outside, but I guess the other crew was taking care of the people outside. Assuming they're not all dead right now. This notebook, probably intended for the camp guards, lists all the Inquisitors who have the right to enter the secret camp. The name of Father Claudius is in there, along with many other names which are unknown to you, but would certainly interest Mother Cardinal Cornelia.
We're done here. Let's lend a hand to our allies outside, as there are still some prisons there.
Jeez. There's a lot of noise going on out there.
These prisoners have been dead for days. There's no one left to set free. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Let's loot these guys first. Is there anything in here? Dead guy. Okay. Well, I guess that's it then, huh? Oh yeah, this is where we came from.
How did the battle go for you?
Your plan was successful, Your Excellency. We won a resounding victory.
Congratulations. And we were able to set the prisoners free. They were completely exhausted, but alive. I would like for you to escort them to the closest village.
At your command, Your Excellency.
Once this is done, you can return to your garrison. And do not worry, the Mother Cardinal will be informed of your valor in combat.
Okay. Well, let's go straight there then. I think the closest places are residents, right? Which is so stupid. I don't know why they don't just have a fucking, like, a spot to just teleport to the palace. Just seems dumb. We'll definitely level up from this. So we're like almost level 23 already.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what?
We managed to dismantle the Ordo Luminis' camp, Your Eminence. And while we were there, we gathered proof of their exactions.
Domitius, you will have to answer for the actions of your order on this island.
Your Eminence, I assure you that...
Enough. There will be an investigation. I hope that I will not discover that you were involved in this.
Come on.
In any case, you will have to explain your inability to control your own men. But please continue, Your Excellency.
The guards served you well, and bravely followed your orders.
They will be thanked and rewarded for it. But it is to you, Your Excellency, that I express my deepest gratitude. Without your intervention, Thélème as a whole would have appeared as a monster in the eyes of the islanders.
It was my pleasure, Mother Cardinal.
Okay. So now we gotta run all the way back to a place we can teleport from. Because Spiders is too much of a pussy to let you just fast travel from your map. Nothing was gained by having made this trip to my house right here. And there's a lot of that going on in this game. So now we boot up here. We have to wait for this to load. Alright, this area loaded. Now we can run over to the thing that we were actually trying to fast travel to. Short loading screen. I mean, it's just a little too much.
What do you seek?
I have come to tell you that we have taken care of the Inquisitors and set the camp's prisoners free.
You thought we weren't capable of fighting the Soul Lesser and of freeing our people?
That's not it. I thought it was my duty to inform the woman who represents Thélème here of the situation. She's the commander of the Soul Lesser, and she was furious when she heard about their actions. She made a point of punishing them herself, and of having your people set free as a token of good faith.
I understand. She's proven a respectable queen.
Why did our reputation go down for that?
I thank you for your help on Almanawi. From now on, you have our gratitude and our trust. From this day forward, you are a Garant of our clan. Anything more?
Okay, well I guess reputation went up there.
I need to be going.
There we go. Level up. So we have 2 of these. We need 3 to get that. What is this? File throw. Shadow burst. Costs magic, and I haven't spec'd into magic at all, so... So it's either we wait for bombs, or we get files now. And then we can do... grenades and shit like that. But anyway. Was there anything else? No. 25 is the next big one. We got a bunch of gear. I don't think any of this is going to be good for Desarde. But maybe somebody else. Like Siora, maybe? Magic regen. No. Nope. 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 Is magic regen, same thing. Yeah. Yeah, all this gear I got sucks. I guess he can wear these. All these rings blow. Alright, well, what's our next thing? I guess let's just do the main quest stuff. Find the Scholar's Expedition Camp. Talk to Admiral Cabral about the ruins. Let's do that. Nobody has any companion quests for me?
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the Pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. But your friend here could without a doubt tell you more.
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the North. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the Pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I guess not. Question. Bishop Domitius. So we gotta go. Let's go back to San Mateus. So it's like, once you have the areas unlocked, then it's a lot of just bouncing back and forth between places, you know. So let's go question Domitius at the place we just turned in our last quest. Let me quick save here, because I don't know if I'm supposed to do the other thing first, because that's lit up.
What do you want from me, my son?
Sir Desarde, emissary...
The congregation still has the uncanny gift of
What are you
surprising
talking
us.
about? Dude, I just
Bishop
accused you of
Lucius. I
having a slave
represent
camp.
the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Naughts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my son. And of course the pagan Naughts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the Blood Plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals.
Yep, that's the only thing it could be.
Simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan...
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
All right. So let's go run all the way back to the house. Oh, come on. Why do you stand so close to that if it's the same button? Oh, wait, really? Oh, wait. Oh. Whoops.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are...
Oh. It's inside this building. I've definitely talked to this guy before.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminous, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Naughts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
And that bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then two of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Okay.
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
It would appear that the Ordo Luminis has been up to mischief again. Their foolish zealousness has been causing us a lot of problems. If we let them, they burn the entire world and leave it to the enlightened to sort out the good from the bad.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information. Good day. I'm looking...
Sorry, that doesn't ring. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lodgings. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Knots are up to.
And what do these Mage Inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the island, especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Nort's secrets. Good day. I'm looking for 2 men. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that is where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Okay.
We're approaching the tavern.
If you hope to hear some secrets, maybe we should be a little more discreet.
When are we going to act? Our men are twiddling their thumbs, and that's bad for their morale. Let's not even speak about the guards at the prison. Who likes having clandestine prisoners in their jails?
You are impatient. We haven't been able to get out of them what we need to hear, but it won't be long. Then we can act and launch the grand purification of the Norts. While waiting, keep your men on a leash, especially those in the jails. If the Mother Cardinal learns that you are detaining Norts in a cell in your barracks...
We'll be in muddy waters, but then you will too. No need to remind me.
They're gone.
May the
All right.
give them for their foolishness. We must set these Norts free from the Coin's jails as soon as possible. This could cause a major diplomatic incident if it came to light. As for this purification, I'm afraid we'll have to act fast, my child.
Actually, we can go down in the basement, I think, to get there.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free.
Halt! You have no authority.
And if I gave you this, so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Thank you again for freeing us.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification before they can execute their plan. And we should probably find out more about this secret first. If we do not discover anything reprehensible, we will have an easier time convincing the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
I think it's funny that they just let us go. Alright, so what exactly do they want us to do? So I guess we go back to the port, talk to this guy again.
Good day.
Thanks.
Or maybe not.
Greetings. How are you?
So, I mean... we got them back, didn't we?
Good day.
Thanks.
Really? Just put on a shirt, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, that's one of our guys. That makes sense. Alright. Orders from the Harbor Office. To the attention of all of the knots in charge of guarding these warehouses, it is crucial that the number of guards patrolling the more sensitive warehouses be doubled. Inquisitors in disguise are spotted in the area. They must be attempting to get inside, so exercise caution, and make sure not to let anyone inside these warehouses. Only the knots are allowed inside. Our secrets must be protected at all costs.
Speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way we'll know exactly what the Naughts are hiding from us.
They didn't mind us looting that right in front of them. I think that was maybe suspicious. They don't even bat an eye. It's very, very secret. Please have the dolphin cry of the trident repaired as quickly as possible. Also, make sure to replace the barometer. The one on board is not as precise as it should be. The crew's not been able to steer clear of the storm in time, which caused us to sail. And be discreet, the Inquisitors are watching us.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars. Nothing magic nor impure therein. They're nothing but measuring instruments. And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather? These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. Oh. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side. These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here, nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I've definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor... This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of
Okay.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
It's probably mass murder. That's, anytime anybody has ever used purification with regards to other people in history, it's usually pretty bad. It's usually a secret code word for genocide. Okay. I guess, you know, the one thing I'm a little confused about is what does Petrus do? Or Petrus? Because if he's not a member of the Inquisition, and he's not like a soldier guy, he's just friends. He just works for the Queen. Whoa. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that showing up and just killing a bunch of priests is probably not the solution we were looking for. But hey, we got a cool helmet. That is a pretty cool helmet, honestly. Yeah, that helmet. These are all health regen. We need MP regen. Okay. We saw this room before, and it didn't look good before, and it doesn't look good now. The purification of the knots will begin as soon as those we have in our jails will have confessed. We'll have enough proof to then to convince the Mother Cardinal to let us act. It is high time we eliminated these heretics who have been allowed to circulate our cities freely. Until then, stay discreet. We would be in a delicate situation if our plan were to be revealed too early.
Meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Yeah, I gotta say, these religious zealots are... they really suck. Seems like the type of crowd you wouldn't want around if you were gonna run a city. That's just me.
Yes? I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, They practice a religion close to those of the natives and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof other than the Naut's tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island. The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. Following up on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained. There were neither idols nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naut building and make prisoner of every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Nauts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence.
Damn. Is this guy still... He's not getting arrested.
Yes?
He's not arrested. He's still hanging out. He's breathing easy. Oh, okay, so we just take that back to him. Well, let's look at our stuff here, because we did temporarily put on a different outfit, so. Alright, so let's go run back to our house, which takes about a half a minute. And I've probably done this like fucking 15 times. I mean, I've been playing this game for like over 20 hours total, and all of the time spent just running to a place where I could fast travel from or to is just... It's gotta be like at least like an hour or two of that total time. It's fucking ridiculous. And like it just makes me worried for the rest of the game, like how that's gonna be divvied out.
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned. The Order thought you to be heretics.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men, and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Fredee was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of what...
Aha!
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander. But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
Is there anything else you want to know about your life?
That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Are we... No, we're not friends with either of them. Okay. You know what I want to do, actually? I want to go to our house. And, I want to swap out Petrus for Kurt. Oh, this is as close as we can get. Just because I think Kurt will be of more interest in this conversation when we have it with Constantine. I kind of don't give a shit what Petrus has to say. So, I think this makes more sense.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict?
The Malachor.
The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island
What's up, Abu?
of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not
your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns.
Okay. Yeah, it has been a while, huh? Yeah, it's actually been a really long time. Right, Abu?
Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No. We must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot...
How have we not dug these people out already?
I will find the means to send...
Didn't we discover that there was a plot going on, like, several hours ago?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Okay. Have I paused streaming for a while? Have we been out of sync? Yeah, no, I think there was a period of like maybe like a month or 2 where I didn't stream, and then there was like another period of a month. So out of the last year, there's probably 3 months I wasn't streaming total, and then I've been streaming for like the past month, but I took 3 days break because I had a bunch of overtime at work. But Anyway. I've been streaming fairly regularly recently, but, you know,
certainly have to fight some
work gets in the way.
behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirage.
We must hurry before the guard can act.
Alright, let's go get our guy here. No, he's not here. Oh yeah. I was out of a job for a minute from COVID, but I eventually did end up going back, which is, you know, work keeps you busy, right?
Lord de Cossillon! The Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
Yeah, and keeps the fridge stocked, that's for sure.
We might have been able to
Nope.
avoid all of this.
I agree.
I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
As much as I really would love to not have to work and just play video games. Jeez. Yeah, right. I know, everybody. That's the dream. Never out of work. Been working remotely from home since March. Wait, what? You had your 1080 Ti went bad? That sucks, man. Well, I mean, I guess, and this is a big if, because I realize that a lot of people, everybody is in like a kind of precarious situation with money right now. But, hold on, wait, where? But yeah, I was gonna say 30, like you could probably get a 3070, well, assuming you could actually get your hands on one. Yeah, it's taking its time, no kidding.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Runs Battlefield 3, can't complain. $560, yeah. Whatever works. How am I? Oh my god, I'm encumbered. Yeah, I've been rocking this 2070. It does a decent job. It does make me wish I had waited.
Lord Minister! The Coin Guard wants to take control.
The guard is everywhere.
We will do everything. Come now.
I'll follow you.
But yeah, because oh, whoops. The 30 series cards seem like a big jump, whereas the 20 series cards were a much smaller jump. But I still don't feel that bad, because the reason I ended up getting the 20 cards was because the 10 cards were so fucking just like impossible to get because of the Bitcoin mining, you know? But what was the best Tomb Raider? You know, I gotta be honest, the funny thing about it is that all of those Tomb Raider games, they all, like all the classic ones, they all blend together. Seriously. And really, even in my mind, each era of Tomb Raider, so there's like the original ones, minus, I would say, minus Angel of Darkness, which is like its own brand of bad, but then there's Legends, Anniversary, and the other one, whatever it was called. And then there's the newer ones made by Crystal Dynamics. And all of those, in my mind, all those eras, like the classic, Legends, Reboot, they all blend together with each other. The new ones, I have a hard time remembering which ones were like... Yeah, it kind of felt like 3 games. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Because when I'm trying to think of like the Tomb Raider reboot, right, with Wimpy Laura, I distinctly remember the first one because I played it before, like years ago. You know what I mean? And then I also played it for the stream. But when it comes to the other two in the new series, they blend together. They may as well be one game. You know what I mean? Legends, same kind of deal. They just felt they all play so similar, like in their own little group, that looking back on it, it's hard to differentiate which was in which. The classic Tomb Raiders even more so. You know what I mean? Because they all came out on the same console. You know, they all look the same. They all play basically the same, you know, and the level design is what gets changed up. And I enjoyed those games, and I'm not saying this is like, I don't think this is a negative. If anything, it's almost a positive, because it's like I enjoyed those games with minor exceptions here and there. But I would say maybe Tomb Raider 2 or Tomb Raider 3 I really remember liking. Still, but I like Tomb Raider 1 just because I think that has the most... I think Tomb Raider 1 is the most grand. It feels the most epic, like in like a literal sense. Because there's no cities, it's all ruins and stuff like that. The music is really, really good in Tomb Raider 1. I think the setting is what makes... It set the stage for Tomb Raider going forward. And then all the other ones, they had to kind of do different things. Yeah, exactly. It's a grand sense of uncovering ancient, forgotten places. And that's what Tomb Raider is, right? I agree. Yeah, I don't think it does as well after that. Because, you know, you go to, like, Venice, and, you know, I guess in some of the later ones, you do go to, like, Egypt and stuff like that, and the pyramids and shit like that. But that first one really strikes a chord. Like, when I think of Tomb Raider... Honestly, what comes to mind is like caves and bears and all that stuff. What I don't want is half a level underwater and using a little underwater scooter to fly around. What is it? What are they called? The guys in the the diving suits. You know, that's not really what I'm in for, or the mafia or whatever, whoever we were fighting. Yeah, Russian bases. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I think they were going for like a more Indiana Jones vibe in the later ones, which is also cool. But and I like the intro to 2 where it's on the you're on the Great Wall of China. I think that's really cool. And that whole the Jade Dragon stuff. Like, I think that's there's cool stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it now, I think Tomb Raider 2, maybe because of its Asian setting, is pretty memorable. But Tomb Raider 1, I think, is when I think of Tomb Raider, I think of Tomb Raider 1. And that's speaking as somebody who only just played the entire franchise like in the past year. And Tomb Raider 1 is still the one I think of. So I think it says something about the series, or at least that game. Yeah, it sounds like we're on the same page. Yep. I don't think any of the other ones come close to the epic feeling of that game. And they, not to say that they don't have like big set pieces and stuff like you know, going to Tibet and stuff like that, and they all have neat little things, but that first one sets the stage in a way that the other ones don't. And you know what? Anniversary's fun. I like Anniversary. But yeah, I think that Tomb Raider is just such a distinct feeling game. And there's no other games that feel like Tomb Raider, like the classic
We've reached
ones.
the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice?
Like someone is... Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
You will be safe here.
We're gonna find out that Madame de Morange definitely set this up, or she was on the side of the coup. So, come on, that has to happen here, right? But yeah, dude. So I recently, I watched a YouTube video. It was, I watched a, like a live performance of like a medley of all the songs in Tomb Raider 1 performed by an orchestra, and it's very good. Yeah, I'll see. We'll see if I can find it, and maybe I'll post it in the chat. It was really cool. This is Greedfall. So, kind of, I have a habit of finding series and then latching onto them until they're done. Like I did. I played every Far Cry game in a row. I played every Tomb Raider game in a row. Dead Island, and then Dying Light, stuff like that. Anytime there's a series, I try to play them one after the other, so I appreciate getting a sense of progression over a franchise. I think it's interesting to me to see the development that has changed. But yeah, I think that's the one, Abu. But yeah, this is this is the most recent game made by a small French developer called Spiders, and I played their previous games in the last month or so on stream, and they're all like 10 to 20 hour role-playing games, kind of like
we cannot remain here.
But what is going
mid
on?
2000s era BioWare
Take control of
style
the
games.
island. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place where we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
I hope she's not evil. I like her. Yeah, how else can you get a good sense of progression? I agree. It's, well, not to mention, playing through these Spiders games is really interesting because they, like I said, this is like a 20-person studio that made this game. And if you've seen the VODs that are still up from, I think there's still VODs from when I played of Orcs and Men, and it's a very... It feels like a budget game, and this in some ways feels like a cheaper game, but it doesn't feel budget by any means. And it's just interesting to see these people made a bunch of smaller games, and now they're making games that people are comparing to BioWare games, which is fucking crazy, because you can't even compare BioWare games to BioWare games anymore, because they all suck.